Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Shall we begin?
Aloha, pile one. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your pick a card reading for Will You Reconcile? So your person that you're thinking of, this is for those of you that are in separation or in a situationship. You're wondering what they're thinking. You're wondering if you'll reconcile. So this would be a no contact situation. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. I am so grateful. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. As well as thank you for those who have donated. So much love for that. It has helped me to get some new tarot cards for the channel, as well as thank you for those who comment in the comment section below. That's a free way to help me to grow the channel and to interact with you. So I'm really loving that. I also have a contest going on for the month of March, free to enter, free to win, a 30-minute session with me. That's a $175 value. And so I will let you know at the end of the video how to enter that contest, as some are here just for the reading. If you would like a private session and a reading with me, that's either a tarot reading, mediumship reading, or a subconscious change. So I have been a master practitioner of neurolinguistics programming for, what are we at, 10, 11 years now. I've been practicing working with people's intuitive faculties for the last 20 years. So if you are waking up and wanting to have some real change, just email me and we will work together to align you to your goal. Okay, so let's get started. Pile one, will we reconcile? Okay, gorgeous. All right, so we have kyanite, the companion stone. I would say if you don't have kyanite yet, if you can get some, to wear it or to have it on your altar, you know, or in your room. It's beautiful because it's a wound healer. Mentally, it promotes balance and clarity. So it's commonly used to in dream recall work and as a magical stone for promoting one's psychic abilities. Okay, this astrological sign is Pisces. It's the throat chakra and the brow chakra, Archangel Michael. I'll show you the others that we have so far. We have the self, we have the underworld, and then we have surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So what this is showing me right here is that you will have your companion. You will, pulling this stone says that you will come into a form of reconciliation, but in the current moment, both of you are undergoing self-transformation, okay? Remember, every relationship starts with the self in a healthy relationship with the self. If you're looking for love outside of you to fill a void, that's never going to really work, okay? So both of you at this time during this separation, what Spirit's showing me is that you're growing. You're coming into that pearl of wisdom in your heart chakra that is you. Your person is also doing that. And you're undergoing the shadow aspects, the underworld. The underworld is not a bad thing. I mean, how do you think I talk to those who have passed away? I go to the underworld and talk with them, right? So you're opening up that part of you to integrate your shadow self with yourself. Both of you guys are doing this. This does feel like one of those situations that is a divine connection. So this would be a soulmate, twin flame, divine flames, whatever you want to term that. This is a very spiritual relationship from what I'm feeling. So the both of you, even though there's separation, you guys are feeling each other on the astrals. You can almost hear their thoughts. You can feel their feelings. And what Spirit's saying is, during this time of integrating the shadow and letting go of what no longer serves you, it is a time for surrender, okay? You need to surrender the old, okay? Even for some of you, and I'm going to say this, I don't have the popular opinion of the twin flame story, okay? So, a lot of people stay in damaging relationships because they think they've met their twin flame. If it's toxic and if it's not moving forward in a beautiful way, that's not what that energy is supposed to do. It is supposed to bring up things to clear. It is supposed to bring up generational things to release. You will be triggered by that person, but it's not meant to be toxic, okay? So really take a look at and surrender the label. By surrendering the label, you open the room for a new type of relationship with your person to form. Right now, it feels like you've been thinking and obsessing so much about this person. There's no doorway for them to come in and reconcile with you, pile one, okay? So Spirit is acknowledging that you are doing the work on yourself. Both of you guys are. So do understand that you are doing the work. And those stronger feelings, those kind of heavier or denser feelings, that's just you passing through the underworld, okay, to integrate what you need to, as well as release that which has died. In every relationship, we have cycles, a relationship with self, relationship with nature, relationship with your beloved. We have the cycles of death and rebirth. So in this connection, there is a death of the old that's happening, and you want it to, because that's all the stuff that led to separation. And now you're surrendering and you're moving into a time of being able to come back together. Let's look a little further into this, because there is a lot of love in this relationship. I feel like neither one of you really want to be separated, but it hasn't quite cleared enough for you to reconcile in this moment right here, right now. But you can do the alignment. Okay, align with yourself, these good feelings. So I feel like you've been paying attention to what's been happening in, I call life the movie. So the part that we can see that we're experiencing in the manifest reality is an old manifestation. It takes physical time for a thought to become form. And because you've been focused on what has already taken place, you've been in the past. And what Spirit's wanting you to do is surrender that past, let go, so that the new future can present itself. So there is a letting go process. And it may feel like you're letting go of this person completely, but it feels like and I just got like chills all the way up my back. So it's like this is definitely a spiritual relationship. It's letting go of the old and letting that Kundalini energy move through your spine, so that you can bring in the higher version of your person, okay? That you guys are both vibrating on a higher frequency. So will you reconcile with their old self? No. Will you reconcile with their new self and who you're becoming? Yes, absolutely. Okay, cool. So it feels like you're almost there, is what Spirit's saying. Again, there's this... there's some toxicity and obsession that needs to be cleared before this next offer can come through. But you're doing it. Okay. Excellent. All right. Gorgeous. We have Ace of Wands with this companion stone. They absolutely want to reconcile with you. And Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. New. Let it be new. Okay, that's what they're saying. Let it be new. So your person is in the motion of understanding that they want to come back and reconcile with you. So that is a yes, you will reconcile. What you guys are both working on, Capricorn energy is here, is you're working on the self. Okay, the devil is Saturn energy, the card of Capricorn. Capricorn is the constellation that is the gateway to God, source, etc. You have to go through Capricorn in order to get to the higher realms. And so Saturn is like that really harsh father. It says you're going to have what you want and manifest reality right here in your earth suit. It's not just going to be up in the ethers anymore. But you have to go through and see your where you've been toxic, okay, where your obsessions are, where your addictions are. Okay, and this is also saying on the flip side of this, on the positive side, it says get addicted to yourself. Okay, instead of putting all of your energy outside of you, get addicted to yourself. Get addicted to feeling good within yourself. Say, you know what, my prime objective is to feel good, to feel happy from the inside out, and then boom, you get this reconciliation. But until you're okay with yourself, your person can't come in. Okay, so it's not that they don't want to, but there's this like, there's still this obsession that's happening. It's kind of like when a watched pot never boils, right? So if you're constantly thinking about the person, even if you're in no contact, you're putting all your energy there. They have no doorway to walk through. They can't boil. They can't be passionate. They can't feel that your energy's missing. As of right now, it's always there. Okay, so you guys are both working through that. You're learning how to balance your self-defeating thoughts and constraints and limitations so that you can be your radiant self. We do have the Hierophant. Your person absolutely wants a long-term relationship with you. Okay, they want to come back into union. This would be a card of marriage. And with the underworld, that may be a thought that they have never expressed to you. So they absolutely do want to reconcile, and they are looking at it as a long-term potential. There is just a balancing that's occurring in this particular moment. But they would like to come back in and it be a passionate new beginning. They would like to work through those shadows. I feel like when you guys were first together, there was energy coming from your side, whomever's listening to this about your person, is like there was energy that was really placed upon what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next, rather than being in the moment and enjoying your person. And so there was, is this my long-term partner? Are we going to get married? Are they going to ask me? Are we going to be in a long-term relationship? When are we going to level up? What's going to happen? And it's exhausting. Even me just saying that, I'm having a hard time breathing. And so this is the moment to release that obsessive energy, that being in the future all the time, what's next, what's next, what's next, and being in the present moment. Because in the present moment, what hasn't been revealed to you yet is that they do want to be in a long-term relationship with you. They do want to be your partner. Some people don't like the word marriage anymore, but if you like the word marriage, they want to be your marriage partner. If you like the word, significant other, that's what they want to be. It's whatever that union is that lasts for the rest of this lifetime. They see you as that partner. You acknowledge them as that partner. Now it's just time to surrender. Okay, surrender to the Wheel of Fortune. It's changing. The Wheel of Fortune's on your side. This is beautiful. So where things have been stuck, they're about to be unstuck. This does feel fairly soon. It feels like there's like one more aha for you, pile one, to really realize about yourself. Remember, even when you're relating to another, it's the self relating to the self. They are just your mirror image on the outside, and our romantic relationships represent our shadow self and how we're integrating that, okay? And so it's like whomever you're closest to, family, your lover, they will always show you the parts of yourself that maybe are not healed yet, okay? That's why it works hand in hand with the self in the underworld with your romantic partner. And so it does feel like you guys will reconcile, pile one. Feels like it'll be very passionate, very loving. There's always a bit of a challenge with this particular relationship to stay in the now because the energies can get rather intense. So Spirit's asking you to surrender your will to the higher will. Okay, surrender and let go of any of the things that have happened that any of the disappointment or any of the things that would keep you apart. Now, if the person you're asking about is truly toxic, obviously I'm not talking about letting that go. Let it go, but I wouldn't recommend getting back with that person. This feels like just trauma circumstances have come up and it split you up for a time, okay? This is saying you'll come back together because you're going to let go of those energies because they do no longer serve you, okay? Really, really beautiful, pile one. I love this. So surrender, let go, be here now, okay? Take your focus off of the person that you're asking about for a time. Give them room to come back in. Right now, you're so filled up with obsessive thoughts of them that they have no room to reconcile with you. So get busy, find something to do, okay? Have a habit, not a habit, excuse me, cancel. Have a hobby, right? So it's like go or create a healthy habit, since that did come out. So a healthy habit, so exercising in some way, indulging in art, things that, that you can be creative with in order to put your energy somewhere else that's productive, that builds your self-confidence. Join a club if you can do that, whatever you've had an interest in that you haven't done yet, now's the time to do it so that you give the room for your person to come back in and reconcile with you. And they absolutely do want to, and they want to have this life with you. And you guys are just kind of releasing the more shadowy pieces, okay? So thank you, pile one. This is beautiful news. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. For those of you who would like to enter the contest, free to enter, free to win, here's how you do it. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe and hit that bell button. Like this video and share it. And then in the comment section below, write reconcile. And that lets me know that you would like to enter the contest. I will draw the winner on video on April 1st. And then hopefully you get to be the winner. All right. So thank you guys so much. Till next time. Aloha. Aloha, pile two. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your spirit messages, your pick a card reading for will you reconcile with your person. Okay, so this would be a no contact situation or separation of some sort, or you're thinking of someone, a situationship that it never really got off the ground. Whatever your situation may be, we're going to look into whether or not you will reconcile. Excuse me, my nose started itching. Oh, a lot right away. Okay, so some of you may have an itchy nose, so they're saying just pay close attention, but it may just be spirit moving, okay? Before we get started, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand, so I'm truly grateful. I want to say a big thank you to those who have donated. That really helps my channel to expand so that I can continue to give you more content and buy new tarot. So I very much appreciate that. And thank you for those who comment. I love it. YouTube loves it. So let's keep going with that. And I am doing a contest for the month of March, free to enter, free to win. Okay, I will let you know at the end of the video how to enter that drawing if you would like. It is to win a 30-minute session with me. That's a $175 value, so beautiful. And then for those of you who would like a private session with me, either a tarot or mediumship reading, or I do subconscious change work. So my main job outside of here is working with the subconscious mind in order to get you your goals and outcomes, to release and neutralize negative limiting beliefs and emotions. I have been a master practitioner with neurolinguistics programming for about 11 years now, and working with the subconscious mind for nearly 20. So if you are interested in making those changes, I'm available for you. I can get you on the wait list. Just email me with an inquiry, okay? So let's get to it. All right. Pile 2. Will you reconcile? Wow. Okay. We have the guardian crystal selenite. Okay, selenite is a powerful general healer. It says with high energy. As a protector, it's best placed in the center of a home or workspace to protect against physical and spiritual attacks. A guardian stone, selenite is revered by healers as the ideal crystal for casting a safe net around loved ones. It's the astrological sign of Cancer. Archangel Gabriel. Chakras are the brow and the sacral chakra. You guys, we also have the heart, and we have the prayer, and we have this card here. It says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. The softness and the love that is flowing between you guys is so beautiful that I'm surprised that you're separate at all. Okay, so I would say as of right now, we'll look into the tarot to further it. You will reconcile with your partner. This is a very heart-based connection, very emotionally loving connection. Like I feel a little bit like I kind of want to cry a little bit, because it feels like the both of you have been praying for one another with this prayer, because you feel them in your heart. Okay, you feel them, heart, soul, spirit, everything. With the selenite is a general clearing stone, and it's highly connected to the angelic kingdom. And selenite clears other stones, so it's like the master clearing. And I feel like you guys are clearing in a huge way here. This is not going to be for everyone, but I feel like there's been death. Okay, so either you've experienced the death of a loved one, your other person has, or for some of you, your person that you felt in your heart has left due to leaving their physical body. Okay, that's not going to be for everyone, but it is strongly here in this one. And what Spirit's saying is that for those of you who have lost someone to death, your loved one that you were asking about, how you could reconcile, it feels like you will meet someone else that's like a walk-in of their energy. So your person will walk in to this the person. Okay, so it's like you'll get the best of both worlds with this. So for those of you, this is a very side and specific message, so just take what resonates, but I have to give it when it comes out here. So for those of you who have lost your person to physical death, it's not over. You will meet another person and you will love again, and they will have the same characteristics. So you will notice from their eyes and their heart connection the sameness of that. Okay, for others of you, this has just been, there's been some circumstances that caused you to be in separation at this moment, but neither of you wants to be in separation. Like even how I'm delivering this message is so different than the first one. It feels almost like sad, because it's like neither one of you really wanted to part from one another. So let's just look at the tarot and go a little deeper with it, because you guys are each other's heart and you are each other's prayer, and you're both praying for each other at this time. Or if you don't like the word pray, there's meditate. You're asking that which is higher than you, source, your higher self, about to bring this person back to you. and vice versa. Some of you, because I'm seeing this rowboat here, some of you may have been separated because of distance, so physically had to move to like another country or move for work to another state, and it just like fizzled or something. But it feels like just accepting the change for what it is and opening up here, because just go with the flow. Because notice that these two people are in the rowboat together. So even if you feel like you're at a distance right now, you guys are in this together. And they're showing me this too, like these two cells, the cell division, but you guys share this like nucleus here. Okay. That's where the power is. So you guys are a very powerful, very loving couple. I just feel like I need to keep my voice steady. You know, it's like, there is a lot of love here. So let's see what's going on. Will you guys reconcile? What happened here? Okay. Okay. Just getting your cards out here, and then we'll talk more about it. Okay. Nice. We reconcile. Wow. Okay. So we have 5 of Swords here with the selenite. So there is a huge clearing that's happening. I feel like 5 of Swords says you've been abandoned in some way, you're crying over spilled milk, you've been hurt or betrayed in a way, and there's been conflict, there's been people. So I feel like for some of you, the reason you guys separated is not because you two wanted to. It was like outside influences kind of severed the connection. So it feels a lot like family or friends or people who didn't approve of your connection for whatever reason. And you allowed it to get between you at that time. And there was just changing that happened. Again, with her kind of cutting her hand here and everybody with their swords drawn, it feels like there was like some family issues or something that was really heavy to deal with that caused you guys to separate. Okay, and that's what that selenite's here for. The angels are letting you know that they're clearing it at this time. They're helping you. It's a guardian and protector. What Spirit's saying is that this relationship is protected by Spirit. So you guys do have a mission here together. It is more important than just, oh, we're just in love. Okay, so it's like you guys may also be healers, and that's why you're learning through this way, but your heart connection is so deep. All right, I feel like we do have some truth coming in. Both of you, just so you know, both of you know in your hearts, this sort of truth here reminds me of Archangel Michael's sort of truth, okay? You know that you are each other's heart and soul. And so if you had any doubts that your person thought that you were that as well, they know you are their heart and soul just as much as you are feeling it. Like, you both are on the same page here, and it's about to get discussed. Okay? So we have the prayer with the 8 of Swords and with the moon. Okay. The moon cycles are going to be really important for you. Some of you may do certain rituals or other things around the full moons, but know that you guys are manifesting each other. Both of you are way in your head about this one. Okay? It is a prison of your mind. She could use any of these swords to get herself free from that. Okay? So, this prayer here is like, essentially the truth is going to be uncovered. Both of you are sending out your prayer, your song to one another so that you can come back together. So there is a lot of truth that's about to be unearthed. And I feel like one or both of you has been really in their head about, should I reach out? Will pile 2, take me back. I feel all this love, but is it able to be healed? They feel a little bit insecure about reaching out because they do have such deep emotions, and they are wanting to come forward. I will say that you have a lot of communication about to come in with the following cards, okay? So pay attention to the moons. It feels like around the full moon time will be when your person reaches out. It'll be significant, the moon, when they reach out to you. And we have Page of Wands, the Tower, and 8 of Wands with this beautiful card about change, okay, and shifting cycles. So go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. You're going with the flow, going about your business, loving them from afar. And then we have Page of Wands here, and we have the Tower and the 8 of Wands. You are about to get some very unexpected communication and connection. Very unexpected. And so very swift communication from your person. And it's going to kind of rock your world, because I feel like for many of you, you've given up hope. Some of you, this may have been a long time coming. Like you may have been separated for a long time, but your heart has always been with this person. Some of you may have had children with other people, okay, and thought maybe it couldn't come through, because what I'm seeing is like actually a child giving some information or opening the door for you guys to get this communication. Some of you might have children together, but it feels like there's a newness to this energy. They're going to be passionate and ready to speak with you. I feel like you are going to be completely surprised, because though you're watching this, I don't feel like you really believe that they'll ever come back. As much as you love them, and I keep getting this itch on my nose, okay? So hang in there. Go with the flow, because with this particular group, it does feel like you'll reconcile in whatever way, because there are some multiple stories. Again, remember, this is a collective message, so take what resonates. So for those of you who have lost your person to death, so sorry for your loss, but you will reconcile with them again in a surprising and unexpected way. So go where the flow leads you, because you'll have them back again in spirit, but you'll also have the body of someone who's very complementary to you. For those of you who that's not your story, your person is going to come back in and contact you rather unexpectedly. They feel the same as you do. This is soft, this is loving, this is intimate. And I'm not talking just about sexual intimacy. You guys have a heart bond that is so loving. I just want to lay in the embrace of this energy. And so the lesson here is you're clearing out the peanut gallery, all of the people who have opinions about what it is that they think about your relationship, when really it's you with yourself first and then you with your partner, and it doesn't really matter what everybody else thinks, okay? So you go with your heart. This person is genuine, they're soft, they're loving, okay? They're about to express themselves in ways that maybe they haven't before with you. They are feeling the same thing, because Spirit keeps reiterating that. Like, they are feeling the same thing for you. They are just as in love with you as you are with them. And I feel like some things have not been acknowledged yet. And that's part of why the separation happened. Because you didn't have that foundation or the clarity to really feel solid in your relationship to deal with the peanut gallery. But it feels like you guys will absolutely reconcile. Go with the flow, okay? And how you reconcile may be quite unexpected, but you both are praying for each other. You both are wanting to come back together. And with this group, do pay attention to the moon cycle, since it came up, and the full moon particularly is standing out. So that may be a time where you end up hearing from your person, starting that reconciliation process, and just being in each other's embrace again. I feel like you need to physically touch and hug and be together in that way. Okay, so both of you are magnetizing back together. So pile 2, positive news. Yes, you'll reconcile in a very unexpected way, and so just go with the flow, because you will be surprised where it leads. Okay, and then thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. For those of you who would like to enter the contest, it's easy to do. Just be a subscriber, free to enter, free to win. So be a subscriber and hit that bell button. Like the video and share it. And then in the comment section below, put "go with the flow." And that lets me know that you would like to participate in the drawing. I'll do that drawing April 1st on video, and choose the winner and announce it then. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Good luck, and I will talk to you soon. Aloha. Aloha pile 3. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly, coming to you with your spirit messages, your pick a card for Will We Reconcile? This is people who are in no contact with their person, situationship, separation. Will you reconcile? So we're going to look into that. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. Big thank yous to those of you who have donated. That certainly helps me to get new tarot for the channel and keep going and bringing out these videos. So I'm so grateful for that. As well as thank you to those of you who have commented. That's a free way to engage with me, as well as YouTube really loves it. So let's keep going with that. Okay. Announcement wise, I do have a contest going on, free to enter, free to win, for a 30-minute session with me personally. That is at $175 value. If you would like to enter that contest, the information for that will be at the end of the video, as some are here just for the reading. And then for those of you who would like a personal reading with me, either a tarot reading, mediumship, or a subconscious change work session, I have been doing, so my job outside of YouTube, I do subconscious change work. I've been a master practitioner with neurolinguistics programming for about 11 years now, practicing working with the subconscious mind for the last 20 years. So I definitely would love to help you to neutralize negative limiting beliefs and emotions to align with your goals. So if you're interested in one of those sessions, just email me to inquire. That information's in the description box. Okay, so let's get started. Pile 3. Okay, will you reconcile? All right. Okay, so we have rutilated quartz, which is angel hair, it's called. It's said to aid in depression and provide stability to the body. As a magical stone, it's used in dream work, astral projection, past life work, and meditation. Astrological signs: Leo. Chakras: solar plexus. God and goddesses: Venus, Isis, Aphrodite, Adonis. Okay. We have the threshold, and we have the card of friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay, so I feel like this group, so far, it feels like you are on that threshold to reconciliation. Y'all, I just like curled my hair and it looks all crazy now. Oh well, we're not here for my looks, we're here for a reading. Okay, so it looks, and see, that came up on this rutilated quartz. All right, this Adonis, worrying about your looks and other things, because this is also popular for treating eating disorders and immune system issues. Okay, so for many of you, it feels like there may have been in the past some insecurity about like looks. Are they attracted to me? How's this working? Are we more than friends? Is it you know? So it got to be kind of out of whack here. Okay, just on the side of you not being in your full confidence, or them not being in their full confidence. But it feels like this rutilated quartz, if you have some, definitely use it. It's going to help you. You're crossing over this threshold, so it does feel like you guys will reconcile. Now, I will say with this group, it's going to happen in stages. Okay, so what happens first is friendship. So I do feel like you'll come back in together as friends. Now, if you keep trying to push the romantic part of things, I do feel like that will push them the other way. But if you're willing to take things step by step, it feels like this will reconcile, because your person very much misses the friendship and the love between you, but things got a little too intense, a little too emotionally intense for them, and that's what caused a bit of the separation. Okay, and in order to have someone that you're going to have for, you know, a long term, whether that be your whole lifetime, or whether that be for just a long period, you know, a significant partner in your life that you're asking about here, you have to nurture the bonds of friendship first. Okay, a lot of people get into the passion part of things, and that's great, but it can be a really fast burn. But the relationships that tend to last is the ones that have developed the friendship and the compatibility first. And then it's a slow burn that builds, okay? It's a fire that maybe doesn't start raging immediately, but it builds and builds and builds, okay? So pile 3, this feels like, yes, you'll reconcile, and be prepared for it to be in stages, okay? So enjoy your friendship with your beloved, okay? When they come back in, enjoy the step-by-step process, because the more that you can feed that bond of friendship, the more you can feed that bond of compatibility, the more and more they see you as their lover, the more that they're going to come towards you and be with you, okay? So it feels very, very positive to move through forward with them, okay? I do feel like a bit of impatience coming from you, and that what Spirit's saying is no need to be impatient, because this will move forward in a really beautiful way. Oops, that's too many. But they do want 2 more cards. I'm getting your tarot here. Oh gosh, okay. That's a whole lot. Okay, and 1 more. Beautiful. Okay, so we have Judgment here with this rutilated quartz. Okay, you guys absolutely will reconcile. This is second chances. This is trying it out again after a little bit of a separation or a situation. With this group, I feel like there may have been a third-party situation, because we do have 3 of Cups, but 3 of Cups also, the real meaning of that indicates friendship, love, enjoying each other, camaraderie, celebration. So it's a very celebratory card in general, but it can indicate in a love reading that there might have been a third party and an outside source that sort of broke things up, since you guys are doing a separation right now, okay? But you will reconcile, absolutely. Okay, we have this Judgment. Judgment talks about spiritual awakening. It talks about heeding the call of your spirit, okay? Sometimes out-of-body experiences. It talks about second chances, you know, seeing people in a new light, seeing a situation in a new light. With the Threshold, we have 3 of Cups, and we have Temperance here. So we have Sagittarius energy showing up. It may or may not mean anything to you. So you're stepping through the threshold of celebration here, okay? Into this friendship again. And the Temperance is saying, be patient. Spirit, this is the angel mer person here. Spirit is doing the alchemy behind the scenes to bring you together. Notice these are the 2 cups. Okay, 2 of Cups is the relationship. She's putting the energy into these 2 shells and alchemizing it together. So you don't, the Spirit's saying divine timing on this one. You don't want to go too far too fast and burn something out that has the potential to be your forever person. Okay, so they're really reiterating taking patience, that, you know, the reward for patience is often patience, but it lets you settle into the abundance. When a person is patient about a situation, especially a relationship, and I am definitely preaching to myself here because I am the most impatient about relationships coming together, and it hasn't worked very well for me to be that way. Okay, so I'm not preaching to you. This is a message for all of us. Okay, but the reward for patience here, when you're patient, it says not only that you trust that you have your outcome, that cool, we can be friends for as long as we need to be because I know what I feel. I know that you're my person. I know that I'm going to have the love and the relationship, and I trust the process, right? So patience says, universe, I trust what I ask for, I get. So I can be patient and allow it to move forward. And it's so funny, when we're patient and we let go of micromanaging and controlling, it often comes in so easily, like almost immediately, once we let go of the reins. Okay, I feel like where there's been some defense in this friendship mode, okay, where I feel like one or both of you may have been on the defensive in this relationship because there's been the separation. I feel like there's been a lot of things that have been held in. I feel like one or both of you haven't said completely, truly how you feel about each other. There's been a lot of things that have been inferred, and that's part of the separation or the not understanding of, you know, what's going on here, because I feel like in the previous situation, your person was not very committal, okay? And that seems to be a bit of a pattern for them anyway. So it's like one or both of you have been quite on the defense and haven't really said all that you feel. You haven't expressed your emotions to the fullness of what they can be. You've said a little bit, okay, you guys know that you love each other, but it feels like there's still a lot that needs to come out, and that's part of step by step. Okay, we have justice here. This is going to balance out. You are going to have the conversations. You are going to have the justice in this situation. So Spirit's saying, take it easy, chillax. You know, the Hawaiians say, no talk heavy. You know, don't talk heavy about your situation. It's good. Y'all are going to have this. Just be patient. Go with the flow. You know, be easy with it. Because your outcome here is the Page of Swords and the Two of Cups. You have true and honest communication, curiosity, being like new, learning each other, and you're learning each other in a relationship as lovers. Two of Cups is that honeymoon phase that's coming together as lovers. Okay, so take things step by step. Your person, I feel like, is going to come back in more quickly than you may expect right now, but they're going to come back in as your friend and let it unfold. If you go too far out into the future, that's where anxiety lives, okay? Because anxiety means that you're living in the future. Being in the now is peace. Depression means you're living in the past, okay? So take your time with this relationship and enjoy piece by piece. Enjoy yourself, because you are going to have a relationship with them that is romantic, but it's built off of the solid foundation of friendship. It's built off of having each other's back, and that's what will improve your love life. Dramatically, it says, okay? Dramatically improves the love life, and it may come in faster for you to be a couple than you're expecting if you just allow the friendship. If you allow that to be confidence building. Okay, when someone says people will be lovers with just about anyone, that can be such a how can I say that, animalistic program that we run. But when someone says you're my friend and I have your back and I trust you, they're saying you're like family, right? People choose their friends differently than they choose lovers sometimes. You know, people hook up with folks at a club or out and about, not even knowing their names sometimes, okay? So you can physically function as lovers and it not be anything. This is preparing the foundation for you guys to have a long-term loving relationship, but it is going to go step by step. Okay, so Spirit's making that very, very clear, and it's to your advantage that it works this way. So if you can take the patience, you will have the reward, and you will have the reward of someone who loves you, who has your back through anything, who will go the distance with you. Okay, Spirit's showing, like, if you do this process, you'll have this person forever. They will be your person in this lifetime, if you choose it. Okay, but there is a process with this one, and that's okay. Everything's a process, so you might as well use the one and use the strategy that's actually going to give you the results. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Bond through friendship is the key to this particular reconciliation. And then you get your person who's absolutely adoringly in love with you for life, if you can be patient. Okay, so I love this for you guys. I really love it. It feels so good because it feels like you're building on solid ground with this person. So take it step by step. You've got this. You're going to feel more secure in yourself as you realize that patience is telling the universe that you trust that everything that you want already has happened, and you just have to be patient and let it unfold. There is a huge level of trust, and it presupposes that you are abundant and that the universe can provide for you. Absolutely delicious in that energy. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. If you would like to participate in the drawing to win the session, easy to do. Be a subscriber. So if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that bell button. Like this video and share it, and then in the comment section below write patience, and that lets me know that you would like to enter the drawing. April 1st I'll do a video and pull the winner and announce it then. Okay, so hopefully it's you. Thank you guys so much. Till next time. Aloha.